Hey Javier, how you doing? All right, got your post up here. Thanks so much. Really good information here. I want to address all three paragraphs here, so let's get underway. The application is primarily for children, so I want to make the navigation for this application as simple as possible. You got it, especially for if it's for children. You want to use icons instead of words because words are going to scare children away. Not so much in today's day and age where children are very, very, very much used to their digital world. But nonetheless, basic interaction precludes the use of extensive tests, specifically when the target is children. So I think that was a really, really astute observation there. And plus, yeah, they're not going to get bored. Children will get bored with words way quicker. They're going to get bored with little icons, colorful little icons and images. So that's great. Data collected are tested to design an application on icons. So I don't know if I so much agree with that. You're saying the most useful data collected during the tests are design and application of icons, and I'm not real sure. It's very, very important, absolutely. But is that data collected? Now, what I'm not understanding is, did your test subjects, or if you have started a test subject, are your test subjects not understanding the icons? Because if that's the case, then absolutely. If they don't know what the icon is or what the function is of the icon, then yes, it's going to cause some confusion. So I totally agree with you there. Um, and quite feasibly, if that could be a subject that you get information and access to through user testing, in that perhaps you show the paper prototype, you have your icon, and the user clicks the wrong area based on misinformation of the icon. Okay, so yeah, that is valuable. That's a valuable comment there. Good job. Okay, so now, I want to address this too as well. I want to clarify here something. I could do differently is improve my test processes to create different prototypes to show to adults. I have children interact with it, and children to interact with it. So your interface is your interface, right? I mean, your plan is your plan. So if you have 10 screens, you have 10 screens. Each screen has the same functions, right? Not as each other, but each screen will have its inherent functions. So changing the prototype isn't going to do anything. Changing the way that you approach the test is going to make the difference there, because you don't want to change the prototype, because that would entail changing all of the wireframes and eventually changing the clickable prototype, which ultimately leads to changing the app itself, right? So, and we don't want to get there yet. I mean, there'll be plenty of time there in additional user testing areas. Remember, this is very, very preliminary stages here. So yeah, you wouldn't create different prototypes based on different user groups. You would create a different criteria for the user testing. I want to make that really clear. Your prototype is your prototype. It's a depiction of the screens associated with your app. So you're not going to change the screens of your app to accommodate different test subjects. You're going to change the actual test. So the functions that you're asking them, I keep doing this because you're probably going, why are you holding your hand up like that? This is my screen. Sorry. I should have clarified that. Maybe this would be easier. So you're going to show the different apps. I'm sorry, you're going to show the different screens in your paper prototype. Okay, and then you would maybe ask different questions for an adult user group than you would for a children's user group. Presumably, the adult user group, their interest is cultivating the knowledge of their child. The child's interest is successfully navigating through the app and learning from it, okay? Just want to make that specifically clear, Javier. But yeah, you're onto some good stuff here, and I think you're really getting a good understanding. So from here, I mean, if you just keep the questions coming if you have any questions at all, okay? I think that one of the main things at this point is just to make sure you keep on looking at those examples. I know a lot of students kind of fell a little bit short during week 2. And one of the reasons is because the work isn't due till Sunday, and critique is Sunday. So theoretically, you could turn your work in and not get critique until Monday, right? So that's why I'm telling students, you know what, turn it in early. Turn it in by Wednesday. Heck, you'll have a good chance to get some feedback. You can apply that to your work for your final submission on Sunday. That'll improve your grade, right? Okay, cool. All right, Javier, any questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, any of the above, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any of those accommodations in that regard. Thank you very much for sharing your work, Javier.